everybody, it's Riley.
And it's Kiara.
Just want to pop in for a quick second to say we see everything that's going on in the world. Take a quick second to check out the links in our description to help out those that are in need and enjoy the show. Hey.
Hi.
What's up? Welcome to Six Songs 4. I'm Riley.
I'm Kiara.
And this is your new favorite music recommendation podcast. Oh my God. Kiara, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I went to karaoke last night. Do you want to know what I sang?
I do want to know what she's saying.
Okay. So I don't remember like
Well,
every
let
single
me
thing.
ask you something first. Are any of the songs that you sang on your list?
Yes, but I'm not gonna say those ones. I'll say the ones
Period.
that aren't in my list.
Period. Okay, period.
So some highlights. Um my first song I sang was Jealous by Nick Jonas because
Period. Period.
because why was he black as fuck on that song? Like I don't know what it is, but what else did we do? Me and a friend did Cinderella by the Cheetah Girls. She ain't no diva.
Period.
And it was for my friend's birthday party and they turned 25. And anytime anyone turns 25, I always go, let me photograph you in this life.
Dell DVD brief is gonna go crazy.
Oh my God.
Everybody, if you're listening and you have a diva that you feel needs to be debriefed, please let us know. You can inbox us, leave it in the comments, because we want to keep a list of everything because there are so many divas that need to be acknowledged and recognized for their work. So let us know.
You know who
Adele, that's gonna go crazy.
we haven't even talked about, to be honest?
Who?
That cowboy lady.
Period. Yeah.
We
No,
haven't
you know
even
what?
discussed doing her diva thing.
Wait, we haven't debriefed her.
No!
Oh my God. Maybe we have to save her for a special occasion. We have
Her
to give
birthday
her.
episode.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Or
we have
like
to
the week of her birthday.
Virgo season or something.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
give.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, that's
Anywho,
all. That's the only good thing that Virgos ever gave us. No shade. Anyway, we can move on.
Beyonce, yeah. So anyways, it was very fun. Yeah, it was cute and
Well, that
there
a
were
gift for
some
Virgo and Virgo's groove because
well,
those are two
yes.
blessings. But other than that,
Exactly. Both from Beyonce. So
both from y'all's only representative. So
she's carrying. It's her and Kiki Palmer for me.
I'm the kind of baby. This is kicking. I forgot the rest
Anyways,
of it.
so yeah, it was a cute night and I'm gonna save some of them because like I did sing some of the ones that I'm gonna talk about, but the Adele song is probably like that was probably my favorite one that I sang, to be honest, because
Period.
it,
Is that your favorite from the album? Because Remedy kind of goes crazy.
no, I think top three, yeah, but
Honestly, Send My Love to Your New Lover, top three Adele
cheers.
song.
No,
The girl,
like
the girls,
she was pissed.
she first of all, an Adele song that you can unironically twerk to.
Unironically, yeah, no, for real,
You can
for real,
sign
for
me
real,
up.
for
Sorry.
real. I would say from that album specifically, "Send My Love to Your New Lover," or no, "Send My Love" parentheses to your new lover, because don't forget the parentheses. I really love River Lee,
Hmm.
um, and I love "I Miss You."
I
Uh,
miss you when
yeah.
the lights go dark.
Man, first of all, girl, this Adele is not the diva. Let's get into the diva.
Yeah, no, literally, literally.
She is taking over our brains.
Listen. Okay, well, this is kind of where I want to start the story of this diva. We're actually kind of in this time period. So Adele making hits in the mid 2010s. She's Raining. Lots of girls are doing their thing. But I remember it was a cold, crisp, I believe it was summer night in 2016. And I see that there is a white man that has released a song,
Oh no.
and everybody is talking about it. And I'm like, I know this song. Why why is everybody else acting as if this song is new? First of all, this song does not sound like this. It is not a slow piano ballad, although it gives that, because we will get into the lyrical content of this diva. But I remember
But this
being like,
particular version,
this version, hot open ass, wide open booty.
garbage.
Um, this song
And
is
that song was
Dancing on My Own by one Mr. Callum Scott. This song was originally released by the Swedish pop phenom, the diva of the week, Miss Robin.
so I didn't know
Move out the way, Rihanna. This is the original Robin. Okay.
crying.
This is the OG.
So I didn't know that that version by that white man came out in 2016 because I thought it came out like recently because of the way that people be playing it instead of the original.
Yeah.
And I do have to say this though before we really get into it. Dancing on My Own as a song, and I'm only talking about the Robin version because I don't even really acknowledge the other version. Um, is great, right? It's a great song,
It's
but
beyond
we are
classic.
here. Well, yeah, we are here to yes and Robin's career because there are so many other Robin songs that I
I'm
would personally
screaming.
want to hear more than that one because I feel like honestly I don't even think people could tell you who that song is by. I think they just know the song,
No, the
and
people, but
I
those people should not be listening to this podcast. Well, excuse me, those people should be listening to this podcast and probably are not, because those people
exactly
do not have taste.
period. And you know what's funny? It's like I do love the somebody said you got a new friend. It's a great song, like obviously. But I think I just wish that Robin's discography was celebrated more than just this one song. And or Call Your Girlfriend, which I don't even hear as much as I hear Dancing on My Own, to be honest.
Word. And
Okay,
those,
let's get into it.
we're gonna get there. But I had to come out the gate
Reading this man, because what possessed
letting let no. I'm reading America. I'm reading y'all. Y'all the ones that let this fuck ass version of this song become popular. Why? For no reason. But
I'm tired of
let's
white men covering songs that nobody asked to. Because it's really no shade really to Luke Combs, but I don't think Tracy Chapman really wanted you to cover Fast Car. Like,
oh
and the thing is, his version, I'm not even gonna front. I'm not even gonna front. It's cute,
no, it's
okay?
not.
And that's all I'm gonna give you. Cute. As in like, oh,
Cute next to
you
gorgeous,
cried.
and gorgeous,
Exactly.
is gonna
Devour
devour
cute.
cute.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the Dancing on My Own cover, jail. The Luke Combs one, I could understand how someone could possibly even want to stream that song, possibly. But I only give him less flack because he brought up Tracy at the Grammys.
No, I don't care. I don't
Okay,
care. Leave
I
that
tried.
woman shit alone.
Dead ass, no. And it's like that version is cute, but should never be played in lieu of the original, which has
Mm-mm.
happened way too many
It
times.
shouldn't have been
Anyways,
recorded.
period.
So,
Let's get into
out of
Robin.
respect for Robin, out of respect for her actual legacy, we are not going to be discussing any mediocrity. Because
Period.
one thing about all of her songs, not just Dancing on My Own, heartfelt, beautiful.
Beautiful.
So, I would say soulful.
Oh, they ain't ready for that.
Robin is extremely underrated as a vocalist. Okay, so let's get into the beginning. Let's get into the
Yes.
beginning. Robin's career, Sweden.
Mhm.
They
Mhm.
not feeding their guests. You know what I'm saying? You a guest in their home, you starving or whatever. 1995. Robin releases her debut album, Robin is Here.
And boy was
Um,
she.
boy was she. This spawned two big hits overseas. I believe these also were sort of hits in America, but the two biggest hits from this particular album was Show Me Love and Do You Know What It Takes.
Did you know she released a song last month?
Yes. Okay, so as you can see, by the haircut and also by the sounds of this album, very much on the TLC tip. Like this
She
album
said, T-Boz, I want
is
that.
get no, it's giving, because for those who don't know, it's like it sounds Dallas Austin-y. It
Mm,
sounds Madonna bedtime stories like it sounds like all of those sounds are inspired by TLC. Very TLC, very like sort of early 90s. And these two hits that I mentioned prompted her to actually tour, or excuse me, open for the Backstreet Boys on their tour in
mm,
like 1997, because that's when this album was released in the US. 95 was when
mm,
it was originally released, and then 97 is when it was released in the US. And we
mhm.
could have a discussion about how success in terms of music really differs from Europe to America, because
It's bad.
Robin's success in America, technically by the book, if you're speaking by numbers or whatever, technically very elusive. Like she's not a very popular
Mm-mm.
artist here, but in terms
No.
of influence, in terms of quality, she's the one. So for those who have not listened to this first album, I also love what is it? Just Another Girlfriend. Amazing fucking song. Robin is Here, the title track. Amazing fucking song. But she's giving very much early 90s. Max Martin, I forgot to mention this. Max Martin produced, I think, the two biggest hits. So for anybody who
Oh,
knows like modern pop music, Max Martin is like basically kind of the
the
godfather
girl.
of everything post like 1997,
He's also
98.
Swedish, so
Swedish. So yeah, they were cooking things up in Sweden, right?
I don't know what the fuck they be feeding the non-guests of Sweden,
I don't
but
know.
there's something in that water, baby, because that is the pop mecca.
There is something, it's something about people who don't speak English as their first language, who write songs in English. They have to be like ironclad songs, because their
The
focus
the
is on
the
melody as
subject verb of
opposed
agreement
to,
isn't always the best.
yeah, their focus is on melody as opposed to like I don't want to say
Grammar.
like perfect English, but like you can
No,
tell
yeah.
like for people who don't speak English as a foreign language, their songs are always, or I would say their songs are often way stronger in terms of melody, in terms of just like pop, pop. That's why Max Martin was hired for so many of these pop productions, because he could just give simple words over simple melodies that caught on like
I only want to
fire.
die alive, never by the hand of a broken heart.
Come on now, down.
Don't want to hear you right tonight. Now that I've become who I really are.
So, Robin is here in 1995 slash 1997. So she's supporting the Backstreet Boys, and then she ends up dropping out due to the exhaustion. But in terms of like mainstream pop success, this could be like considered like maybe one of the quote highest points of her
Hmm.
career in terms of whatever, because Backstreet Boys were popping at this time. So
Well,
that
yes.
is crazy. And then we get to the album that really opened my eyes, truly, like my third eye, in terms of Robin Standum. And that is her second album, My Truth.
I've heard you talking about this album a lot.
This album, is flawless. Now,
Period.
um, Robin did write a lot of songs on her first album, but on this second album, the subject matter all of a sudden gets way more sincere, way more heartfelt, and this is where you can really tell that Robin has aspirations to be more than a regular pop artist. Like if pop music or pop as a whole as a concept is like a shallow pool, shallow, self-absorbed, self-indulgent pool. This is where Robin decided to swim to the deepest end of that pool and stay there for the rest of her
Hmm.
career, because you have songs about um, literally it's called Healthy Love, songs about uh, abortions that she's had, like very personal, real songs about relationships. Play the opening song is a very basically she invented self care on the first song. The idea, or excuse me, the song "My Truth," the title song is literally like she's just speaking universal truths that people have seem or at least seem to have like rediscovered in like 2010s. Oh my gosh, my truth is your truth is, that sounds like some shit that is on a Pinterest board in like 2017. No, she was literally doing this in 1999. And if you go through this album and listen to these songs, all of these songs have so much depth, giving you back, oh my gosh, like insane. Insane. That's one of the two songs about um one of the two songs about abortion on this album.
Mm.
And this those two songs on this album are the reason that this never saw an official release in the United States.
Mm.
So this was released in her home country, and I believe everywhere else outside of the US, but the US basically never saw this album because of her speaking her truth,
The
which
subject
is,
matter.
yeah, which is insane. But
Hmm.
aside from like the lyrical content matter, her singing is way better. Like Robin, I feel like people are very quick to discredit singers that are not powerhouse singers in like Whitney Houston or like Patti LaBelle XYZ. You know what I'm saying? But like in order to be able to sit on like pop records and like there's a very specific like rhythmic pocket you have to stay in. um Her runs, like she like will add like some simple runs but like in very nice tasteful ways. Like she's a very effective vocalist, so like her sing on this is insane, and the songwriting increased tenfold. So like if I were to recommend an album to anybody like for like a first Robin list, like who is Robin as an artist, it would be this album. um like I said, none of these songs are really well known in America because it was completely basically stopped by her US side of her label. In terms of production, the first album sounded very, very early 90s. This one c- clearly sounds way more late 90s, but it has more guitar. It feels like livelier and like more, way more full than the first album sounded. So you can tell that Robin really has an ear for not only lyrics and melody, production as well, because production clearly plays one of the biggest roles in like the
Hmm.
success of an artist. So you really hear her making some more interesting choices. Like Electric kind of starts off with this kind of like twitchy sort of, like, you know what I'm saying. You can start to hear the Dark Child influence instead of we move from the TLC tip into Dark Child, right? Because Dark Child is like going off in 1997, 1998, like going off. Mary J. Blige,
Hmm.
the girls, the divas.
Yeah, Destiny's. Yeah.
Then we get to 2003's Don't Stop the Music. We have completely pivoted full hard left into Dark Child territory. So Keep this
Which is
fire
ironic
burning.
because I feel like "Don't Stop the Music" is at America.
I'm screaming.
They
No,
tried to
it should
they tried to
be.
stop her music. They
They
tried to
tried
stop
to
her
stop her
music.
music, but it's so funny because it it's called "Don't Stop the Music," and in terms of like songwriting, in terms of lyrical content, you can definitely tell that this album was a deliberate shift to be less deep. This is her trying to
Controversial.
to come back to the shallow end of the pool. But in terms of productions, in terms of just straight up pop songs, which Robin has clearly at this point more than shown that she can deliver. Keep This Fire Burning literally sounds like it could have been on Michael Jackson Invincible, or it sounds like it could have been like a Tony Braxton song. Like you can start that song and saying Tony Braxton, and it will just you would just hear it. Um, Blow My Mind is great. Should Have Known. Give It. There's a Prince. What song is it? It's Forever My Life.
Interpolation.
Yeah. So I think oh God, I will correct myself later if I'm wrong, but in on the Sign of the Times album in 1987, there's a song called "Forever My Life" with a drum pattern that's echoed here in "Should Have Known," which I love that. Moonlight, Breakdown, Intermission, Still Your Girl, amazing straight ahead pop songs. So even if Robin decides to intentionally like turn down the conscious knob, she still has it, right? A great album. And then I also want to bring attention to the last song on this album. I don't know how to say it, and I'm gonna attempt it. It's Reg Tunga
Reggaetuda.
Skiar. It's a song that she sings in
Reggaetuda.
Swedish. I failed to look up what it meant, but this song is like a jazzy sort of big bandy kind of um like
I
has a
think it's a cover.
that would make sense because it's in her native language, but you can tell when she sings in her native language, it just makes more sense. This is an amazing song. um and she has another song on, I believe it's the literal next album, or maybe a couple further, where she sings in Swedish. So I love it when Robin sings in Swedish. So don't let the title of this song scare you. I think it's one of my favorites on that album. In terms of music, in terms of an interesting sound, in terms of her singing beautifully in another language, big slay, right? So at this point, what label is record label is she with? I forgot what label she was with at the time, but this is her last major label record. At this point, she's having lots of difficulties with her label. Obviously, she toned down her songwriting abilities tenfold for this album and still released like a good project, but I guess she was unhappy for whatever reason, which um, is obviously clear for somebody who is writing songs about abortions on second albums and making them like beautiful. Like you can tell that this is an artist who has ambition further than like a regular pop artist. Although pop music is what she does and does well. So at this point, she's taking a small break. She's deciding to start her own label, Konichiwa Records, and she turns back out of Dark Tower territory, and instead of the R&B music, excuse me, the R&B influence in her music that you can hear with like the TLC, the sort of Mary J. Blige, Tony Braxton-ish influences of everything prior to 2003, we're now electro pop girl territory. Apparently, in my reading and research, this is because she listened to um, the Knifes. I believe it's a band called The Knife. Their second album, I believe it's called Deep Cuts, um, which I listened to. And listening to this album really gives insight onto how Robin's sound changed in terms of production style before Don't Stop the Music and then after, because it echoes a lot of what we hear in pop music today in terms of sound. Heavy synthesizer lines, um, not really live drums, but like programmed electronic drums, super bright, kind of happy electronic sounding. Um, Charlie XCX, Carly Rae Jepsen, the pop
Hmm.
girls of like 2010. This is like a watermark, or excuse me, watershed album for those girls. So Robin listens to this album. She says, "These knife guys are fucking killer. I have to work with them." And she creates "Who's That Girl," which is, I believe, the first song that she created from her seminal. I believe this would be her most critically acclaimed album, her self-titled album, Robin.
Baby,
This is where we get the birth of
it's
modern Robin. This is where Robin gets pregnant with all of your electro pop faves post 2006. And that's
I
just what it
press
is.
trigger. I don't press people button.
Ah, what?
That's one of my
Konnichiwa,
favorite lyrics
bitches.
of all time.
I press trigger. I don't press people button. For those who don't know, I believe we're referencing is it Cobra Style?
Yeah,
I believe Charlie XCX, who apparently we love at this podcast, literally sampled this for
not
um
apparently.
Speed Drive. Is it Speed Drive?
Yeah,
Her Barbie movie soundtrack.
yeah.
Direct sample. So like
But also, I
literally,
think this. I think Robin also sampled another song,
that's fair.
which I
Um,
like. I was looking up this song and I was like, oh wow. So I think, but I know, but for sure, Charlie got that from Robin for sure.
down.
Like that. Yeah.
Um, Bum like you. Instead of wasting my time with a bum like you, be mine. Crash and burn, girl. Going down, 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 down. 2005, this is where we get the birth of modern Robin. So synthesizers, um, full electro pop, modern pop. We're no longer giving R&B. Although in her vocals, very much still there, very much still in an R&B pocket, hitting runs that are very R&B, but she's making them work in the context because she's a genius. So,
Yeah.
Handle Me like Robot Boy. Let me okay, we're gonna Oh, she also redid Should Have Known from the last album, so that is also on here. So we get that, and then another 5 year break. Robin is kind of the queen of breaks.
Love
But
it.
no shade.
More artists need to take breaks.
But exactly, no shade. But you have to, and what I feel like a lot of people don't realize about like musicians is that like it's so much of your like soul and yourself put into the music that you have to like live and like have new experiences and things to write about.
Experiences.
But I would say that for those who recognize how deep Robin's lyrical content actually is, it's worth the wait. So
Yeah.
we get to 2010, and she decides, you know, one album's not enough, two's not enough. We're actually going to release Body Talk Part 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
This is where we get Dancing on My Own. This is where we get Call Your Girlfriend. This is where we
She
get
said it's not enough for me to just be critically acclaimed. Now y'all all finna know my fucking name.
yeah, now this is where this is like she became, I guess, I don't know, she was already like an underground darling, but this is where most of her American popularity came into play because these are club bangers. Don't fucking my drinking is
Don't
killing me.
fucking. But
My drinking
my
is
manager is
killing me.
killing me.
My diet is killing me. These labels are killing me. Don't fucking
Don't fucking
like okay.
tell me what to do. What is
She
her sign?
has I literally don't know.
I
She
have no
has
idea either.
such a gift of just making something so simple just hit so hard. What is she?
Bitch.
She's a Leo.
Gemini.
You're lying.
We should have known. July. I mean June 12th.
Oh, you fucked up. Robin's a Gemini.
That makes a lot of sense. She's married. Oh,
Shout out to her.
period.
Um,
But yeah, she's a Gemini.
wow, my queen, my queen. Really, who in terms of music, nobody's outselling the Geminis. I'm sorry. Y'all got other things. Y'all have other things. Every sign has their things. Music, that's our thing.
Oh, he directed the Dancing on My Own and Call Your Girlfriend video. Her husband,
Word, yes. So what is her husband's name?
Max Vitali.
God bless him.
Yeah,
You're doing
and they
great
have
work.
one child. I didn't know she had a child. Work.
Yes, I believe that she had a child relatively recently, no? I think so.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
It's with this guy though.
Period. Okay.
Wow, work.
Gemini.
Anyways,
Wow,
shout out to her.
that kind of like gave me a little bit of more mana.
This is
Um
your sister.
this is literally
Literally,
my Gemini sister. Is she a June Gemini or a May Gemini?
June, June 12th.
Oh, period. Ah, that's my girl. Okay, so body talk part 1. Don't fucking tell me what to do. Fembot. Dancing on my own. None of them boys are raw. None of them beats ever broke the law. None of these boys are fresh. Stop. Stop. Okay, another Robin sweetest song. Jag Vet and D Lig Rosa. I think that's how it is. Um, I looked this one up. I forgot what it was, but it's like a basically sort of like a lullaby, and it literally sounds like a lullaby. It's kind of like twinkling, and her voice is like soft and sweet and kind of sad and like fuguish almost. Beautiful song. I have to talk about "Hang with Me" because "Hang with Me" is an acoustic version of a song that's on, I believe, part 2, and you can in the acoustic version of this song see how strong her songwriting chops are. Just how you can sing a Robin song with the piano and it's still emotionally moving, compelling. She's just a strong songwriter. So, body talk part 2, in my eyes, hang with me, love kills, we dance to the beat. These are all hits. Indestructible, a hit. This is hardcore hits.
I do want to say that she was married to a guy named Olaf Inger, and she was married to him like while this album. So they were married from 2002 to 2011. So she was married to this man while she met the other guy that she's married with, which I
Okay,
think is kind of
period.
gutsy.
Period. Let me see.
I
Do
just
you
wanted to
go
say that
shoot?
because I think
Do
that's
you
really
go shoe
interesting.
shopping barefoot? Oh, okay. That's what I
Exactly.
thought. So,
I live for that. And they
body
broke
talk
up
part.
like a year after the album came out.
Which album?
Body's out.
Well, all of them. It came out in the same year.
Well, like what
Um.
after like they broke up in 2011. So
Yeah. Word. Part 3. Indestructible. Call your girlfriend. Also, another
call her.
undeniable song. It's time. It's
Yes.
time we had the talk. You need to tell. You need to tell that bitch that you just met a bad bitch like me.
And she was real as fuck.
Amazing song. Amazing song. Like I cannot praise her songwriting abilities enough. The strength of all of these songs is why people are willing to wait 5+ years in between albums because we know that she's coming back with something to feed us. And
The Snoop Dogg feature, the Diplo mention, not mention I guess, but song.
period.
She's
So
taking it.
she starved us because she was going through something. She had a whole lot of changes that happened to her in between 2018 and excuse me, between 2010 and 2018 when we get Honey.
Baby. Now this is where I enter the chat.
Honey is one of the most emotionally affecting pop albums that I have ever heard.
Me too. And okay, so wait,
This
I need to say this before you get into it because
mhm,
this album, listen, I don't actually know how well it did in America, just like when it was released, but I found out about this album because I guess I found out, but when I was working at Marshalls, which I mentioned before, which I literally realized like
trigger
in this
warning.
moment, right? Maybe the reason I was supposed to work there was for the playlist because I discovered so many artists from the fucking Marshalls playlist, and they were obsessed with because it's in the music. That was her Marshall song, and it was that one, and no, I think it was just because it's in the music. Oh no, and they played Ever Again sometimes, but it was mostly because it's in the music. And I was literally like, at the first time I really paid attention to this song because the janitor or like the person who did like the cleaning, I don't think it was anyway. One of the people at Marshalls was like, "This is my song," and it was this black guy and who like normally only talks about rap music, but he
That's
was
so
like, "This
funny.
one song, I don't know who this is, but this is my song." And so I was like, "Okay, let me listen to the song," and it was Robin, and I was like, "Wait." I said, "Hold on, now this is from Honey," because I had heard of the album, I just haven't listened to it. And I said, "Oh, well, let me clock in." So then I listened to the album and I was like, "Oh, she's taking it.
Yes,
She's taking it."
she's taking it. So one of the things that charged this record in particular emotionally is that one of her best friends and longtime producers passed away from cancer in 2014. So
Mm,
a part of this break was like her mourning her best friend that she had basically experienced most of her career with. So in this album, you have really profound elements of like grief and mourning and loss, but also finding joy and celebration in spite of that. Missing You,
baby,
the opening song,
there's an empty space you left behind. Now you're not here with me.
like like the words that she's saying are so simple, but they always have a way of just cutting at the most like raw emotional nerve, but then surrounding it with the most euphoric pop
Beautiful.
sounds that are like ever created. Like she has the most undeniable taste and ear. Human being, like you mentioned, because it's in the music. Like
And that song, because it's in the music, like it's so I don't even know how to like singular. Like the music of the production of it is so like it doesn't. It's simple. Is I guess what I'm trying to say. Like there's not that much going on with the actual instruments and production or whatever that she used.
she
Um,
said they wrote a song about us. They called it something like
something like
Stardust.
Stardust.
And on the
The
day they
day
released it,
you released it
there's the day
was
you
the day
released
you
me.
released to me.
And every time I hear that song, it makes me want to
Makes me
cry
wanna.
because it's in the music. She's literally telling you her passion, her life experiences. It's literally in the music. That's why it's so potent. That's why it's so effective. And it's like that's an
And I
ethos that you can
wonder if you
feel.
hear it. And you wanna break down and cry.
And can
Or
we
keep
talk about
going.
how she takes us there vocally for a second there? Like she
Does
gives us tension and release. She like takes us there. Like vocally,
she
this
said, "I'm gonna let it build, but I'm gonna give you a little one too in the
exact
middle."
like she does not play. The arrangements,
Mm-mm.
like this is just the result of strong ass songwriting. Honey, baby, you're not
You're
gonna
not gonna get what you want, but baby, I got what you need. Come get your damn honey. Stop playing with me.
beach 2K20. There's this
You want to go
cute
out?
place on the beach. They do really nice food. Now this is like the now this is like the most undeniable like fun track on here, and I think it's so
Hmm.
funny that it's called Beach 2K20, and we all know what happened in 2K20.
Yeah,
So
we were
like,
not going to the beach.
yeah,
Um,
that's so funny to me. But that's like a little nugget. And then ever
do you want to
again,
go out? How are you gonna
never
get there,
gonna be brokenhearted ever again.
baby?
I'm
Wait,
only
we
gonna
skipped
sing a
one. We skipped one.
wait.
We
Who we
skipped
skip?
one. I'm reading in between the lines.
Bet
Every day.
you hit my phone up.
She said she was. The thing is, she was. This I love this song because she was like, "Bitch, every day you hit my motherfucking phone up, and every day it makes my heart jump. I'm not gonna fret, okay?" But she's like, basically, she's like, "You acting like you don't want me, but clearly you do."
Yeah, I'm reading in between the lines, babe.
I know what you. I
Like
would know what you mean. But
I
even the fucking production of this song, like I feel like these songs, if she's holding back vocally or production wise, like it's intentional because we know that she can do the belting, she can do the runs, whatever. So it's
she's
like
a
I love
strong
how
singer, a very strong
yeah,
singer.
I love this album. This album is like truthfully, I kind of came here and stayed here. But I wish I had listened to it when it came out because I would have went to her concert at MSG, which I didn't go to, but I knew people that went to, and like we're sending videos of like people in the subway like singing her songs while waiting to go home. Like the people who know.
There's power in letting it breathe.
Period.
Maybe she gave this note to the other Robin, Robin Rihanna Fenty. Maybe
Right. She took that shit to heart.
exactly. But there's power in letting it breathe, letting life change you for a little bit, and coming back with some inspiration and something strong.
You know,
And
actually, that reminds me because I was reading something art, but specifically in this case, it was about fashion. It was someone was like, if you want to learn about fashion, you need to learn about everything else but fashion. And I think the same thing applies to music. It's like if you
I
want
know
to
who that
learn,
is. I follow her on
who
TikTok.
said that?
I believe her name is Ryan Finn, RIANPHIN. On that's her username, I think.
Was she the original person that said that? Because I felt like
I'm
that was like
pretty
a famous
confident.
quote from someone.
Well, the
I feel like the more you educate yourself in life, the better artist of any kind that you can be.
absolutely,
And
I would
Robin
agree.
is a living, breathing proof of that.
Yeah, the Strongs are beyond strong. Her vocals are beyond strong. Her production choices are always innovative and unique and fun. Well, I don't want to say like mainstream success because she's mainstreamly successful, but it's like she's you know what I'm saying. She toes that line in a very
Hmm.
strange way, and I think that's a line that only she can toe because I think she's the perfect mix of ambition and just like hard talent. Like you
Yeah.
can tell that she cares about her music, she cares about what things sound like. And for those who have not listened to Robin's albums in full, I highly suggest you
I
do
would
that.
just say start with Honey because it's pretty quick. I would say. Um,
Yeah,
if you like Honey, you're in the right place, and then we keep
right,
going.
right.
But I do have to say something on Apple Music. Her top song, well, obviously it's "Dancing on My Own," but the second top song is the remix she did with Charlie from 360.
The hard part ate down, but I'm like, why is she here for 3 seconds? Give her a verse, or
Yeah.
maybe she didn't want a verse. I don't know, but I can never have enough
Yeah.
Robin. I can't get enough. Robin, if you're listening, I love you more than life itself.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa, bitch, and
We love
listen
you.
to Robin if you don't already. Now
Period.
let's get into 6 songs 4. I'm super excited because this is maybe the undisputed karaoke queen. So I want you to go
I
first.
mean, okay. Yeah, sorry guys. So, if you don't know about me, I take karaoke very seriously because not in the sense that like I'm singing belting songs, but seriously in the sense that like I'm thinking about it for more than 2 seconds. Because most people think like, oh, I like this song, so I'm gonna sing it. When is it in your range? Is it a song that you know even a little bit? Um, like I think people need to take longer and think about songs longer. Also, it wouldn't hurt to listen to the song beforehand because you might think that you want to do this song, but then did you know there was a minute long outro? Did you know? Like, I think people just need to put a little bit more thought into karaoke and stop thinking you're quirky by doing the Pokemon theme song. But newsflash, sweetie, everyone does the Pokemon theme song. Newsflash, sweetie, do you think this is the first time people have heard Valerie by Amy Winehouse tonight? No. Newsflash,
Tonight.
sweetie, people always that song. Newsflash, sweetie, nobody wants to hear you sing Bohemian Rhapsody for 8 minutes. Let's leave that to Queen. And while we're on the subject, let's leave It's All Coming Back to Me Now to Celine Dion.
I don't know. I do feel like, if you can sing, there's a place for you at karaoke. But an 8-minute song is a little self indulgent. Like,
Like my God,
come on,
like
diva.
my God,
Like,
and it's like, sweetie, and then it's 8 minutes, and you not singing the song, and you doing it terribly,
yeah,
and
it's
you
not. You're
stumbling
not
over the
giving
words.
Celine. It's not giving
No,
Meatloaf.
so it's like you have. I feel like a lot of people do the karaoke have like a humiliation kink or something. Like I don't know.
That's a big part of
So
it. That's a big part of it. People who sing songs with audience participation. I am not the one on stage. I should
no.
not be giving more
Also,
to you, and you're on stage.
anyway, all of this to say, I think that you should do songs that one in your range, two that you actually know, I would say more than 90% of. And I like to do songs actually by I like to do songs by men because I find that it's easier to sing songs by men because like they're obviously their voices are lower than mine. So my first song I'll say is a song by none other than you can I guess he's a gay icon. I sing "What Do You Want From Me" by Adam Lambert.
What do you
Um,
want from me?
which I wouldn't say everyone should do because Adam Lambert, he came second place in American Idol for a reason.
A singing competition.
Yeah. So he is a singer, but
A
fun
singer.
fact, did you know that he is the only person, apparently the only gay person to have a number one album on Billboard? Openly
That's a
gay,
slay.
at least. I love that song. That song was written for Pink, and she didn't want it, I guess. Anyways, so what do you want from me? I think it's a great song.
Love Pink.
Lo- yeah, but we for Adam Lambert, I like this song because a lot of people don't like think about this song. So whenever I do it, people are like, "Oh my god, like I love this song." That's what I feel like more people need to do with karaoke. What's a song that you love that like people haven't heard of in a while? You know what I'm saying? Like
Bring it
when I
back.
pull this one out my ass, the girls gag.
Oh.
Um, obviously the ending part, what do you want from me? Depending on if I've smoked that day, we'll see if I hit that note.
No.
Underrated Broadway songs of karaoke. I actually feel like we should be doing that more because sometimes, like, I like in the past,
Whatever inspires you to get on stage.
Anyways, so that's my first song.
Okay. Cool. 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 My first song. I feel like as a person who can kind of sing a little bit, it is my duty to go on stage and not look like I'm trying hard at karaoke.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going for fun songs that get the crowd hype. My first one, you've seen this one in action, and it absolutely works every time, no matter where I go. It is Kiss by Prince.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Well, yes.
I slay the song down. It's a fun song. Everybody knows it. Everybody gets
Everybody knows.
into it. If you're good, if you really got the audience engaged, you can like get them into it. And if you have the if you got the auto all
I'm
the
proud of.
Princeisms and all that, then that's a walk in the park. And falsetto Olympics is Moses Sumney, Theo Catsman, and then me.
Oh, come on now.
It's falsetto Olympics.
Come on, Theo Casper. That was
I'm,
funny.
I'm screaming. No,
Cause
Moses
yes,
Sumney.
well,
Have
yes.
you heard Moses Sumney? That's my man. No shade.
Who
Gorgeous black man. Black king. That's a black king right there. Um,
was he the one
but
in the Idol?
yes. Anyway, Kiss by Prince. It gets the girls hype. More people know this song than you think, and honestly, more Prince
Ain't
songs are
nobody
karaoke.
taking my song.
So word, that's my first song. It's tried and true. That's my tried and true. If people are like, do karaoke, do a song, and I'm not even really feeling it, but I pushed into it, this is probably the song I'm pulling out. I'm so
So
sorry.
my second song is actually recently like newer in my set list. Like I put it on my
Come
playlist
on,
before
set
my
list.
because I found out that I sound just like Tony Braxton.
Oh, Jesus. I'm not even
And
ready, bro.
so He Wasn't Man Enough for Me has been a recent a recent hit actually. Like I did that song yesterday. Also have to say that my mom is a Tony Braxton stan and cut her hair short.
Do you know that Tony Braxton is the inspiration for most black women over the age of 40's haircuts?
Yeah. He Wasn't Man Enough for Me. Incredible song, incredible video. Also, Tamar Braxton and Trina, they are all up and down that damn chorus.
My second song I'm very excited for because I know my next two you have never seen me do, but I know the next time we do karaoke, this is the first one I'm pulling out.
Okay.
Um, and it's a song about consent because we need consent in order to do anything.
Yeah.
I need you to give me the green light.
Ah!
Give me just one night. I'm ready to
I'm
go
ready
right
to go right
now.
now. Can I be Andre 3000?
Down.
Because I went hard like Medusa staring at me. I said, let's
Let's
go.
go.
Let's bring this.
Let's blow
Let's
this
blow this
name,
name,
nigga
nigga.
factory. You said what kind of girl do you think that they are? I can't even explain to what that song did to me. Number one, as a young Outcast stan, period. Like Outcast was one of the most foundational groups that I listened to like as a young child, like before like
Mhm.
14. Like it was I wanted to be
Yeah.
Andre 3000, I wanted to be Kanye West. Like that was who I wanted to be.
And
Um
nothing for Big Boy.
I know well it's no shade to Big Boy. Like
I'm just kidding.
I love Big
I'm
Boy,
just
but for those who don't understand, there was a period in time where there was a song and then there was a song that had an Andre 3000 verse on it.
kidding. Right.
And y'all don't understand how like everything was shifting when suddenly Andre 3000 was on a song. Now this is like at this point this is when Big Boy was like making solo music and Andre was just kind of I don't think the class of 2000 was still being released at this point, but he would just be hopping on random people's shit like throw some D's on it. That fucking remix still go crazy. Um when he fucking was on the Walk It Out remix,
Okay, and also speaking of remixes with Andre 3000, I don't know what happened with Beyonce, but who the fuck told you to put J. Cole in a goddamn song? No shade.
and
Actually, shade.
video.
I'm just like,
No
what
shade.
happened?
Like
What happened?
he
Cause
was right there.
and the
If he didn't want to be in the music video, y'all could have worked around that. I'm sorry. You could have.
y'all didn't have to record an entire new verse with this bitch. And
Laddie daddy, we like to shut your bitch ass up.
like
While we're on this song, because I love this song, and Andre 3000 is not necessarily a diva. We're gonna come up with a category for the men because like if they're like we'll
they're
do them
divas. Who gives a fuck?
once a month. I'm saying that he's not a diva. Prince is a diva.
Mm.
Andre 3000 is just a legend. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, um, Andre 3000's career really speaks to the idea of like doing what feels right for you. And if playing the flute feel right for him, if it's what makes him
And
happy,
then
then it's
baby
like no
clothes.
shade. When you're a part, when you're one half of fucking Outcast,
You
one
can do
of
whatever you
the
want.
most successful influential groups ever, what the fuck do you do after you've toured around the world multiple times, sold millions of albums, literally made a movie? What the fuck else do you do? Just for
Influence
you niggas to
the
keep
world.
complaining about shit that you don't know nothing about. Yeah,
Hmm.
I'd fucking fuck off somewhere to Japan and walk around with a flute too and be like, please leave me the fuck alone. So that's
Literally.
real as fuck.
So the third song, I honestly have a hard time because I love so many um songs and like so many songs to do
And you
at
love
karaoke.
like you are the karaoke queen. Like you're the
Thank
most
you.
passionate person that I've ever seen about karaoke ever.
Thank you. I will take that because it's true. My third song and my final song is Vision of Love by Mariah. Because once I realized that I could sing that song, kind of everything kind of changed.
I'm screaming. I'm screaming. I still have not seen you do this song. I don't, no, wait, that's not true.
I was like,
That's not
the
true.
last time
That's
you
not
were
true.
here,
Yeah, that's not true.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. No, you did it when I was
But
there last.
I like it because it's really for the girls who know, because it's usually older people who are like, what? Because I mean, if you're gonna do a Mariah song, like last night I did Obsessed, which is like for more reasons than one, but
Period.
um, which I'll tell you later. But uh, basically, yeah, I like this song because it's such a kind of random pick for the room, not for my friends because obviously they know that I love Mariah, but like usually it gets some sort of reaction from either the bartenders or whoever. One time I did it and there was like a bachelor or there was some sort of like lesbian party happening. I don't know if it was a birthday or like a bachelorette thing, but there was a bunch of older lesbians and they all gagged. And I was like, this is for you.
Period.
Love that song. Incredible song. I mean, it's also such a simple song. Like, in terms of just like, I don't know. Like compared like Mariah's songs, I feel like get a little bit more complicated than that. But like this was the beginning of the formula of kind of
It was the
sing,
beginning.
sing, sing, belts. Like after that bridge, we're belting. Treated me kind. It starts kind of low.
It's, yeah,
So
a lot of her songs be low and high as fuck at the same time. That's
at
like
the
the
same
crazy
time.
thing. Like
Butterfly.
emotions is like either
Ah!
I feel good, I feel nice.
Literally.
Like my third song is at this point, I'd say it's a club classic. Like it's pretty undeniable. It's Latch by Disclosure featuring Sam Smith.
Oh, I've
Um,
never. Yeah, I didn't know you do this song.
yeah, this song,
Wow.
yeah, it's a little difficult, but it's
Now I got you
in my
in
space.
my.
I won't let go of
Talk
you.
about a white person that channeled some black person, bitch. I don't know.
You don't kneel. Yeah, no.
Got you in my embrace. That's a great, great choice.
Yeah, people can dance. People can sing along because everybody knows it. That's why that song pops like that. Is because it all of a sudden it's just no, I'm on you. I need just UK soulful house down. Like that's just what I need. I just need
Let's get at the body shop.
I need or
What the fuck is a body
pull
shop?
out the pull out a Craig David. Pull out a you know what I'm saying. We can stop trying to go to LA for all your inspirations. Pull out. I'm so for real.
Get out of WeHo. Get
Get
out of
out
WeHo.
of WeHo. I'm telling you now. There's enough
Y'all
where
need
you
to
are.
leave.
Try and be like a Craig David. Give us Daniel Bedingfield. Give us something
Something.
we can feel.
Wow.
Period. Now you have some new surprises for the next time that you do
Yeah, I
karaoke
can't wait
together.
for some karaoke. I know. We surprisingly for the audience, we have not done karaoke that many times together. I mean,
Yeah,
granted,
no.
we don't live in the same
A
state,
lot of I would say
but
a lot of our adult lives, most of our adult lives, we've not been in the same city. So Um, clock that
Tragedy.
T.
That's why we need you to share this podcast so we can make money and so Riley can move.
Clock that T, girl. To give
God
me
damn it.
something.
Anyways, so
I think it's time
let's
to recap
recap.
our songs.
My first song was "What Do You Want From Me" by Adam Lambert.
And screaming. My first song is "Kiss" by Prince.
My second song was "He Wasn't Man Enough for Me" by Tony Braxton.
Tony. My second song, "Green Light" by John Legend.
And my last song was "Vision of Love" by the doll, the myth, the legend, Mariah Carey.
Followed by "Latch" by Disclosure, featuring Sam Smith. Get into
I think
it.
this
Links are
playlist.
in the description. Do you have a song that you always sing at karaoke that you would have added
Let
to
us
your
know.
playlist? Please put it in the
Do you have a song that
comments.
you always sing for karaoke that you want to know if I think it's a good or bad song? Let me know.
Do you have a song that you never want to hear at karaoke again? Please let us know. Sound off.
That should have been the question, actually.
That should have been
But
the
I guess
question, but
I already said that
but
throughout this entire
speaking of questions, it's time for questions for queers. Woo!
Woo!
Oh my god.
So this question today comes from AJ. We love them.
We love, we
And
love, we love
this
you.
question has really tickled me. So the question is, if Ozempic was to sponsor a concert, whose concert would they sponsor?
This is
Baby, when I
actually a
tell you, I
really
that's why I'm laughing so
profound
hard.
question.
It's actually hilarious because we're only like a few months away from that, basically. My first thought is Kim Petras because
Oh
she is the
yeah,
latest person
I
in the
was I was
Ozempic
thinking like
factory.
one of them, like a Slater, like a
Oh,
Kim
Mark
Petras.
Slater. I think Slater always been skinny, but Kim Petras.
I mean,
Listen, I know what you meant.
yeah,
Kim Petras. We are not friends. I wouldn't say, but you know,
Kim Petras is her,
and that's
right?
on Kesha. Yeah, and the bun. RP to the bun. When
I
she
don't
took
know.
that bun
I
down, I
only know
think that's
this.
yeah. She used to have a bun, this one bun on her head, and she used to call her friends the bun heads. I don't know if she still calls them that. Maybe she calls them sluts. I don't know. Maybe the
Mm,
coconuts. I don't know.
yeah, fat
But I
bitches,
think that
hokors.
there was a moment where Kim Petras had my respect in terms of musicality, and now that is not true.
I'm
But
screaming.
she is the latest. She is the latest person in the Ozempic factory because,
The Ozempic
girl,
factory.
it's giving Ozempic.
Yeah, I
And
don't
the thing
know.
is like Ozempic as like a whole cultural conversation is honestly really sad because let them diabetic people have their goddamn medicine, y'all. But it is
Yeah.
sad because whenever someone loses weight, everyone automatically now just thinks it's Ozempic, and like I would be pissed if I lost weight the normal way, and people thought I took Ozempic. Um, but
Right.
also, like all these celebrities taking Ozempic, I'm like, do y'all not realize that like this is for a specific thing, and if you're taking it as a weight loss drug, like your body probably will react in a way that's not
You're
favorable.
gonna be shitting out
Um,
your liver. You're going to liquefy your liver inside of your body and shit it out and then die.
yeah, it's gonna be bad. Also, like you always look the people who do Ozempic, like you look sickly. Like you don't look. Sure, you're skinny. Okay, sure, but do you look good?
Skinny at what
Most definitely
cost?
not. Exactly.
That let me tell
Um,
you. Let me tell you. Some of you bitches are just ugly, skinny or fat. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't need to think that skinny is going to make you look better, because oftentimes that don't be the issue.
it doesn't.
It just be you. If Ozempic is sponsoring the event, they're like the drinks, all that shit. They're probably like giving out free Ozempic, and I'm just thinking like, you know, trashy white Twitter gay. So I'm thinking I don't want to say Troy Sivan because he's fine, but like, you know, like one of them, like one of
Not Troy.
one of
Oh
them,
my god.
like Kim, like one
No,
of
I don't
them.
think Troy makes
I would
sense.
say
I know what you
Charlie,
mean.
but she's doing other things.
That's not Ozempic. That's Coke. Coke. Big cocaine is sponsoring that. I also could. Oh, you know who else would do it? Katy Perry.
I was gonna say Taylor Swift or Katy Perry. Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah,
great
I don't know.
question.
That's a fun question.
That was
If you have
hilarious.
questions, please send them. Please comment them at anywhere, any one of our social medias, any inbox,
Anywhere.
anywhere, girl, anywhere.
I hope the things that you learned from this episode are Robin is that girl.
Down,
Stop doing the songs that I've mentioned as
down,
karaoke songs. And um Mariah Skinny.
down. Um, Thank you so much for
So yeah.
listening. Links in the description as always. We love you and God bless.
Bye bye.
Song 4. Song 4. Song 4.